Do you know what the future? I mean, I'm sure you know what the future is, kind of what the series is going. Do you ever think? I guess you can't even say this, but do you ever think that
Which
maybe?
I'll ask anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you ever think it's going to? I mean, because you pretty much ran out of wars. I don't know how many. I guess you could always go to a war and tell a different story, but like the future, like are you going to go like 100 years in the future sometime, or make a Halo Call of Duty style type game, or? I guess you can't even say that. I don't even know why I even asked this question.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, we could. We totally could. And honestly, we found that the time frame isn't the story. Right. It's the people, it's the characters, or it's the events per se. The oh shit, America got invaded. That in itself is something that in a video game is just cool for its own right. Fighting down the streets of New York City, or even fighting in Europe and stuff like that. And for Europeans, we're actually a huge market out overseas. Half our audience is European, half is American. Britain, I think I saw this stat once. It's like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 households in the UK has Call of Duty.
Jesus, wow, that's fucking cool.
So 25% of the country plays Call of Duty.
Crazy.
Yeah, so it's a weird situation to be in because no game had actually done that before either, too. And so that's really the weird thing.
I was glad that you guys had zombies, and I hope that
that's
they're
the Treyarch team.
Oh,
just to correct
that.
Right.
Right. But do you think that you guys are going to kind of keep that going? Because I think that was pretty popular, or is that something like that's their thing?
So it's their thing. So there's 2 studios. There's Infinity Ward and there's Treyarch.
Right.
And Treyarch does the zombie thing. That was their thing. They created it, and we thought it was really cool, but we didn't want to take that and do our own version of it because that's their thing.
Have you considered ninjas or pirates?
Oh,
or ninjas and pirates,
or cats? Oh. Just turn everyone into cats.
Lolcats.
That'd actually be way better than zombies.
Yeah, if there was cats flying around shooting like cheeseburgers at people and stuff like that, that'd be awesome.
The only problem is mocap. Getting the cats in the mocap studio is a little tough.
Oh, that's why you use dead ones.
A fat guy in a cat suit. I think that would be. And he's always the same kind of like just non-enthused fat guy. He's like, just shoot me. Fuck. I think that would be good. I would play that game.
I think I would play that game.
See, I'm for that. I'm for the ridiculous. I think most video game fans are for the most ridiculous stuff. Like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you do the cheat code where shit's flying around and like the most ridiculous cheat codes ever. I think people welcome that.
I
don't
know,
love
dude.
that.
Like in Grand Theft Auto, because the game itself is fucking ridiculous. But like in Modern
Saints
Warfare,
Row is better.
Yeah, you don't want it. So we're plugging that. Saints Row is better.
I mean, all the NPC dialogue in Saints Row 3 certainly is better. No, but what I'm saying is, I actually didn't like the zombies, and not to like blow smoke up your ass or anything.
No.
But when I'm playing Call of Duty, I want it to be like some kind of an approximation of a real military experience.
Right.
And that was the thing that always kind of. I mean, I like Halo too, but the thing that I always kind of loved about Call of Duty was like 2 or 3 bullets and you're fucking dead. And if you get shot in the head, you're fucking dead. There's no power shields. You can't take 100 fucking shots. It's it's the real experience. It was like Ghost Recon. I remember playing that on PC.
I played the hell out of that.
When you fucking just left click that mouse twice, that fucker is dead. Mm-hmm. That's fucking cool. I always like that about it. So like zombies kind of, to me, was divergent from what that game actually is, like the kind of spirit, really, of Call of Duty.
It's a weird thing I found that in gamer mentality on the internet, because that's different from gamer mentality in real life, is they want every game to be everything they ever dreamed of.
Right.
And
of course. Of course.
I don't think we should be that game.
This game isn't sucking my dick. When is that happening? Better happen in the sequel.
Dick sucking and pizza delivery at the same time.
Yeah.
And Mom, where's my Mountain Dew?
But it's true. I mean, they want the game. It's sort of like if you're a basketball fan. Let's say you're a basketball fan, right? You don't want every year for them to change the rules dramatically. Right. You want the rules to remain the same every year for basketball. And it's the same thing when we do a game and we do like a shooter again, and the same, in the same genre or the same vein and the same sort of pillars. We're doing it because that's the game we make. And then we get a lot of feedback of, well, why don't you do something new and innovative and different? It's like, well, yeah, okay, we could, but that'd be changing the rules of basketball.
It's not the fucking same
it's
game.
Not the same game.
Yeah.
And more people want consistency than people
they really
that bitch
Yeah.
about like wanting something new and innovative. It's just people keep going back to the same things. They keep buying the new Call of Duties because they want the Call of Duty experience.
Correct.
But we're very pro, and this is actually important because one of the things that we've found is by becoming so popular, a lot of games out there are trying to copy our style.
Totally.
And
Battlefield.
right. Well, Battlefield to an extent. Battlefield actually at least kept with their vehicles and big maps. Love them for that, and that's what I want them to stay with. But some of other titles have done the let's try to make a Call of Duty clone, and to me that's the bad thing.
Yeah.
Let us make Call of Duty because that's our game. That's what we're going to make. I want other companies, because I'm a gamer, I want other companies to make the game that they want to make.
Right.
And make the game that they make. And that's where innovation comes from in gaming, is not one company making all the innovations. It's a whole bunch of companies being successful at making their game. And each of those games is different and brings something else to the table. And that's really what I try to promote when I talk to people about it.
No matter what anyone makes, whether it's, for me, like my touchstone is always the old industry or video games or a movie or anything, if or cardboard boxes, if you make what you're passionate about, that product is going to be so much better than if you make something based on what you think the market wants.
One interesting about our game too is we try to be what we call authentic, and it's not real. It's a total fantasy game. The story is not even in our world. It's in a different world. 9/11 didn't happen.
Yeah.
None of that shit happened. It's a totally fantasy story. But we talk to the real guys. We talk to some of the real people that do this stuff. Their stories are so outrageous. We couldn't put it in a video game because people would laugh at it because it was so video game like. I got a chance to talk to one of the SEAL Team 6 guys that was there for the Bin Laden thing, and the shit that he talks about is just like, fuck, I can't even use this in the game because it's too unbelievable.
What was he
cool,
like?
dude.
Obama was already dead. It was weird. They made us act all this weird.
Yeah, he was.
He took off his mask.
Yeah.
And he was Bin Laden.
It was Obama.
You didn't get me.
Well, Mark gets to do a lot of cool stuff that, based on working with Call of Duty, you get to interview a lot of people that most people would not have access to, and you get all these interviews that sadly you can't really talk about.
No, can't talk about what he did.
But
we did go ride tanks though. That
you
was
get
fucking
to
awesome.
play with really big guns. Like the reason,
awesome.
Mark's fucking awesome, but also Mark gets to play with such big guns, and I'm so jealous. I have a boner for what you do.
Big pussy boner.